Greetings, friends, Romans, countrymen. We are back to crack a few more packs of Dominaria United. We're doing set boosters, so we're going to try to get all the rares and all the mythics all in one pack. We're going to do the first portion of the video. We're going to go ahead and just crack the packs and see what we got. Second portion of the video, we're going to see if any of these cards are going to slot into some of my decks, or if I'm going to do builds with any of them on their own. So let's get started here with pack number 1. Oh, let's see. We've got that as the art card. All right, we've got a shiny Plains with a broken soul ring in the distance or something. All right, let's get started here. So, Argivian Cavalier, whatever. The 2/2 Orc Knight in white for 3 with Enlist. Whenever it ETBs, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. Okay, tokens. Phyrexian Warhorse is a 3/3 Phyrexian Horse for 4 with a kicker of 1. When it ETBs, if it was kicked, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. Hey, that looks familiar. You can pay 1, sack another creature, and it gets +2/+1 until end of turn. Not too shabby. Mesa Cavalier, 2/1 Human Knight for 3 with flying. When it ETBs, I gain 2 life. Bite Down, it's an instant for 2. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control. Okay, well, that is on the wrong pile. Yotia Declares War. It's an enchantment saga for 2. With read ahead, its first ability is create a 0/2 Colostopter artifact token with flying named Ornithopter. Okay. And 2, tap a number of untapped artifacts you control. When you do, it deals damage. It deals that much damage to target creature or planeswalker. Number 3, up to 1 target artifact you control becomes a creature with base power and toughness 4/4 until end of turn. Interesting. Combat Research is an enchantment aura for 1. Enchanted creature has, when this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. As long as enchanted creature is legendary, it gets +1/+1 and has Ward 1. I like me some Ward. Micromancer, 3/3 Wizard Human for 4. When it ETBs, you may search your library for an instant or sorcery card with mana value 1. Reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle. Okay. Lightweight Tutor. Okay, Baird, Argivian Recruiter, 2/2 Legendary Human Soldier for 2 at the beginning of your end step. If you control a creature with power greater than its base power, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. Balmor, Battlemage Captain, a 1/3 Legendary Bird Wizard for 2 with flying. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create creatures you control, get +1/+0 and gain trample until the turn. I was doing so well. Llanowar Green Widow is a 4/3 spider with reach and trample for 2. It's got Domain for 8. Return Llanowar Green Widow from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. It gains if this permanent would leave the battlefield. Exile it instead of putting it anywhere else. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each basic land among land types you control. Land type. Well, Benalish Sleeper is a 3/1 Phyrexian Human Soldier with a kicker of 1 for 2. When it ETBs, if it was kicked, each player sacks a creature. It is a shiny, so there's that. All right, and no token, just a minigame. All right, pack number 2. Let's see what we've got here. Wasn't super excited about that last one, but this one might make up for it. That's an art card. Plains, Academy Wall, 0/5 wall for 3 with Defender. When you cast an instant or sorcery spell, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Okay. Clockwork Drawbridge, 0/3 wall for 1. This is the Defender pack. Defender, you can pay 3 and tap it to tap a target creature. Wow, I wasn't kidding. Floriferous Wall, Vine Wall. There's a 0/2 plant wall for 3 with Defender. When it ETBs, they're the top 6 cards of your library. You may reveal a land card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom. of your library in a random order. Coalition Sky Knight, 2/2 Human Knight for 4 with flying and enlist. That's it. Okay. Tura Kenurd Sky Knight, 3/3 Legendary Human Wizard for 5 with flying. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. Okay. Protect the Negotiators. It's an instant for 2 with a kicker of 1. If the spell was kicked, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 1 for each creature you control. Bortuk Bone Rattle. It's a 4/4 Legendary Troll Shaman for 6 with Domain. When it ETBs, if you cast it, choose target creature card in your graveyard. Return that card to the battlefield if its mana value is less than or equal to the number of basic land types among lands you control. Otherwise, put it in your hand. Garna Bloodfist of Kel is a 4/3 legendary human berserker for 4. Whenever another creature you control dies, draw a card if it was attacking. Otherwise, Garna deals 1 damage to each opponent. Okay. Activated Sleeper is a 0/0 Phyrexian Shapeshifter for 3 with Flash. You may have it ETB as a copy of any creature card in a graveyard that was put there from the battlefield this turn, except it's a Phyrexian in addition to its other types. That's a lot of rules just to get this thing into play. And Danitha Benalia's Hope is a 4/4 Legendary Human Knight for 5 with First Strike, Vigilance, and Lifelink. When it ETBs, you may put an aura or equipment card from your hand or graveyard onto the battlefield and attach it to her. Okay. Molten Monstrosity. It's a shiny Molten Monstrosity. It's a 5/5 Hellion for 8. This spell costs X less to cast, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control, and it's got Trample. Okay. Dominario's minigame. Okay, moving on to the last and final pack of this session here. What do we have? Anything good? Art card is Karn. Got an island, nondescript island, Baladish Sleeper, 3/1 Phyrexian Human Soldier for 2 with a kicker of 1. When it ETBs, if it was kicked, each player sacks a creature. Artillery Blast, it's an instant for 2 with Domain. It deals X damage to target tapped creature where X is 1, plus the number of basic land types among lands you control. Sacred Heaps, Mountains Plain, Maria's Outrider, it's a 4/4 Elf Archer for 5 with Reach and Domain. When ETBs, it deals damage to each opponent equal to the number of basic land types among lands you control. Rada, Coalition Warlord, a 3/3 Legendary Elf Warrior for 4 with Domain. When it becomes tapped, another target creature you control gets +X until end of turn, where X is the number of basic land types among lands you control. Yavimaya Iconoclast, 3/2 Elf for 2 with a kicker of 1. It's got Trample, and when it ETBs, if it was kicked, it gets +1/+1 and gains haste until end of turn. Linebreaker Baloth is a 4/5 Beast for 5 with Enlist. It can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. It's probably good for them. Tail Swipe, it's an instant for 1. Choose target creature you control and target creature you don't control. If you cast the spell during your main phase, the creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Then those creatures fight each other. Fight cards are good, especially for 1 mana. Zar Orjanen, Scion of... whatever. It's a 4/4 Legendary Cat Warrior for 5 with Domain. Whenever it becomes tapped, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control with toughness less than the number of basic land types among lands you control. Let's go! Poor Ahani. Ahani Sleeper Agent is a Loyalty 4 Legendary Planeswalker. Ahani for 4 with Phyrexian mana mixed in there. He is completed. His +1 reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature or a planeswalker card, put it into your hand. Sweet! Otherwise, you may put it in the bottom of your library. Oh, okay. There's a -3. Distribute 3 +1/+1 counters among up to 3 target creatures. They gain vigilance until end of turn. That's cool. As a -6, you get an emblem. It's only 6 to get there, too. You get an emblem with, whenever you cast a creature or planeswalker spell, target opponent gets 2 poison counters. Oh, honey's your dick. Queen Elena of Rudark, she's a shiny, shiny queen in this stained glass art. It's a star legendary elf noble for 3. Power and toughness are each equal to the number of creatures you control. If one or more creature tokens would be created under your control, create those and an extra white soldier creature token. All right. Minigame. All right. So we're going to take a pause here. We're going to look at what we got. We're going to see what's going to fit in what decks and see if we're going to build anything new out of that. See you in just a little bit. All right, friends. We're getting back to it here. This small stack is what I got from the big stack that I think I might be able to use in a little something. So we've got the Florivorous Vine Wall. It's a plant wall. One of the TVs. I can look at the top 6 cards of my library and put a land card into the battlefield, or actually into my hand, and the rest in the bottom of the library. It's a wall. Why do I like walls? Because I've got an Arcades deck, and he does really good work with all the walls. And to ramp me out, that's not bad, or at least to fix my mana. Okay, Clockwork Drawbridge is another wall. It's got Defender, and it can tap another creature. So that makes my walls that are now walking be able to get through. And the Academy wall. It's a 0/5 Defender. Whenever I cast an instant sorcery card, I draw a card. There's a few in there, so I'll be drawing some cards. That's not bad at all. Yoda Declares War. This will go nicely in my Brea Artifacts deck that is currently being refurbished. Tails Fight. I like fight cards. This is a good fight card. You can get rid of some stuff that is just being real annoying to you. Danthea, Benalia's Hope. Danny here is going to go nicely in my Helvar equipment deck. That is, eventually going to get built. And finally, Ahani, Ajani, whatever you call him, Sleep Rage at the Poor Bastard has been completed. If I can get him into my Atraxa deck, I think it's going to be real helpful. All right, folks, that's going to be it for this one. I'm actually real close to being done with this Dominaria United set box. So let me know what you think of what I've had so far. If you followed the series, kind of look back at some of the other stuff. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Peace.